everybody. It's Amber Kivett with Life Pro. We have had a bit of a change in plan for today, and it's just was one of those things was not expected, but we had a small glitch in some of the equipment as far as trying to get things here. You know, the winter storm came about last week, shut everything down. So I don't know what to say. Like, I feel like, whew, a lot of pressure going on around here, right? Like, there's stuff going on out in the real world. There's stuff going on in my world. And sometimes things don't go as planned. So I have a surprise for you today. Instead of doing a live product launch for the new X Flex Stride Pro bike that we had coming out and available, I'm going to lead you through a workout today. How about that? I was planning on presenting the X Flex Stride Pro bike, which is a really cool device. But with everything that has happened with delayed shipping and things that have come up, small glitches, I'm just going to hang out here this morning with you for a little while, and we're going to answer some questions. I still have a Q&A sheet from a few weeks back from when we did you asking me questions and me trying to give you information. So I'm going to answer some of those questions, and then we're going to do a workout, like using the 21-day challenge. That being said, if you are here, I know we are streaming live on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. We're all over the place right now. So if you can let me know where you are chiming in from, give me your state, give me your city if you want to, how you're doing. I see Loretta is here. So good to see you here today, Loretta. And of course, Lee, that girl, she makes my heart sing. Good morning to you too, Sunshine. Shirley McKay, thank you so much for being here. And I'm sure that these individuals are going to continue to scroll through as you know, I'm seeing just a little bit on my screen here. But anyhow, I hope you're having a great day. It is Friday. I live a day at a time, an hour at a time, really most days. Good morning from Pittsburgh and Minnesota. So I have to tell you, I don't get to spend a lot of time with my kiddo because she's actually back in school. And I'm sharing this with you because we went to the Toby Mac concert in Indianapolis last night, which was amazing, by the way. But I had posted a picture, and somebody had made the comment, oh my gosh, you guys are able to do that kind of stuff because we're still in a state where we're only at 20% dining. And I'm like, oh my gosh, didn't realize that because we have been up and rolling with the whole pandemic. We have been up and we've been going to school live since August. We've been doing pretty much everything. We've played sports. Everything is really kind of as close to normal as possible here, minus having to wear the face mask everywhere and having to, you know, keep social distancing, or what I like to say, physical distancing instead of social distancing. But anyhow, so I took my daughter to Toby Mac concert. It was her first concert. She's only 10, and we got home late, and she just had an absolutely amazing night. But stay tuned. Hey, hang on. I got to be right back. I'm going to bring you something really cool. So I had a crazy night when I got home, and I woke up to this morning. How awesome is this? This is my 10-year-old. It says, me and Daddy love you, super mom. Love, Dad, and Zoe Kivett. That just like, oh, how awesome. And I want to see all of you, like, how awesome to all of you to be here, because it's really hard to get yourself jump started sometimes. Today is one of those days where I'm like, ugh, the energy is just not here, but we're making it happen because when we got to make things happen, we got to make things happen, right? So anyhow, we are going to do some Q&A. If you have questions that you've been dying to ask me, whether it's the 21-day challenge, whether it's information about the platforms, I'm happy to answer any kind of question. I've got like several pages of questions here from customers who have contacted us with regular questions that they want to ask. And so we're going to kind of mix things up a little bit and do just question and answers and giving you some feedback as to maybe some answers you've been dying to ask and just can't get that person on the end of the phone, and you all want to talk to me, but I'm able to only spread myself so thin in order to get back to all of you. So here we are. And these sessions tend to go really, really well. People really learn a lot of information from these. And then we're going to turn it up, jam it out on the platform, doing a 10-minute workout. So what I want to know from you while I'm sharing some different things with you, if you are participating in the 21-day challenge with me, give me some hearts, give me some likes, give me some comments that you are doing the 21-day challenge. It doesn't mean you have to be like right in the middle of the challenge. You don't have to be at the end of the challenge at the beginning, but we're less than a week out of being at the end. And of course, we are going to be giving away to the winner a new Flex Stride. So, and I have one of those here and I absolutely love it. It's an awesome piece of equipment. I also want to let you know, if I remember right, next Friday, let me double check my calendar because again, I live a day at a time, an hour at a time. I believe it is next Friday. Yes, next Friday. We are going to be releasing a new product, totally different category product that we've never released before. It's a mystery product, and I'm not going to give you any secrets. I'm not going to give you any hints. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you, you want to be here next Friday. Let me pull this up. Next Friday at 10 a.m., same time, next Friday. And you're going to get to see one of the newest devices, newest gadgets, if you will, that LifePro has made available to all of you starting next week. And it is awesome. I'm really excited about it. I'm not going to give you any more clues because I'm one of those that will probably give away enough of a clue that you can figure it out. But we don't want that because I don't want to get in trouble for giving away information I'm not supposed to. So that being said, come back next Friday and you're going to see the newest product that we're releasing. Okay, so if you are participating in the 21-day challenge and you're loving it, tell me what is your favorite exercise you've done so far. As I'm going through here to answer some of these questions, I want to know what your favorite exercises or one has been from the get-go so that I can make sure that I throw that in today on the workout because I make it all up as I go. I don't have anything that's pre-written. I don't have a list of exercises. I just make it up, churn it out in my head all at the same time. So let me know in your comments what some of your favorite exercises are, or if you have favorite equipment. So we've got the squishy balls. I've got the newest squishy ball. It's actually overinflated, but this is the squishy ball. If you reach out to me in our VIP group or on our Facebook page and asking questions about how can I get some of those exercise tools that you use in the videos, I send you a link, and if I send you a link, this is the one it buys you, and this is only like $15. But anyhow, if you love the squishy balls, we're going to be doing some stuff with the squishy balls. If you love the glider discs or the paper plates with the smileys on them, if you love the booty band, okay, the Mark Bell hip circle, if you just love the little mini bands, or maybe you just want to curl some weights, or maybe you just want to do your own thing, all right? Nonetheless, make sure and comment. If you want to see something specific, let me know. We might try something kind of crazy today. Okay, so you guys might have seen some pictures of me doing some tips and crazy tricks in my living room. Somebody sent me a comment that they enjoyed seeing videos from my house, from my living room versus the gym. So I want to give you a little insight. All of the videos, all the exercises that I've ever done for LifePro are in my house. They're just usually downstairs in my basement, which is all gray. So I posted some pictures of me being ornery, silly, doing some roundhouse kicking and doing some, single leg balance exercises the other day. And individuals made the comment to me, "Oh, I love it when you are able to, record the videos or pictures from upstairs in your house, because I feel like it's more like I'm at home and it's just really calming to not have to work. And I have so much more fun when you're recording from your house." So that's why we're here today instead of downstairs in the gray room. All right. So as you're commenting here, let me know what you want to see on the platform today. Again, I'm going to try something crazy. I've not tried this before, but I'm one of those, I like to explore and just try things. And if I totally bite it, I'm going to totally bite the dust in front of all of you. So we get to fail together, but you got to fail in order to move forward, right? Fail forward. Okay. Now, a lot of you have asked me about the B3 bands. Because those are not a LifePro product, I don't want to feature those today on this broadcast because it's not a LifePro product. So if you have questions specific to the B3 bands and you want to reach out to me directly, you can send me a message through Messenger, or I'm going to throw my number out there because so many of you have sent me testimonials, which I have then shared with Joel, which has been really cool. But if I don't respond back to you right away, there are a lot of crazy things going on coming up here in the next week. So it's not that I'm ignoring you or that I didn't get your message, just life is busy. So if you have questions or you want information about the B3 blood flow resistance bands, then you can text me directly. It's 317-446-7971. I know I'm throwing that out there. I'm being brave about it, but I don't want to answer those questions here because this is Joel's time and LifePro's time, and I am loyal to them. So if you have questions about that, I'm not wearing them today, as you can notice, but I'm going to do another workout after I'm done here, in which I'm going to do my own thing later, and where I'm doing the workout. So let's see here. And as crazy as it sounds, you heard the doorbell ringing. I have no idea who's supposed to be here, but they're just going to have to wait. Okay. Yes. So if you're not part of the VIP group, there should be a location in your, when you get your package or your device, there will be a way for you to be able to, join the VIP group through a link. Or if you go to search for LifePro VIP group, you can also find, you'll be able to enter in your information as to what device you've bought and if you have an order number, because it's exclusive group only to LifePro customers. And there's a great amount of conversation and videos that we share there, but everything gets shared back to the Facebook LifePro page. But the VIP group is absolutely invaluable and it's free. So you don't have to pay to be part of that group. A lot of Facebook groups you have to be part of that you want to be part of, you have to pay. And for this, it's all free. So yes, so I'm looking at some of these comments, these questions. Yay! So loving what I'm seeing here. Okay, I have two platforms up here today. I have the RumbleX Plus and I have the Turbo. Now, I want to put out some fires ahead of time because I've been reading and trying to comment on questions, and I've had some people reach out to me directly, and I want to make sure that we hash out some of these details. A lot of you have reported being frustrated because when you get your Turbo device and you look it up on the LifePro website that it is efficient for weight loss. Yes, it is efficient for weight loss. It has two motors, has several layers of speeds, and it's got several preset programs. So as you are using those programs, yes, you are going to lose weight if you are using the Turbo on a high speed. However, the RumbleX series has 3 motors instead of 2. And when you have 3 motors, you're kind of able to shake up the junk in the trunk a little bit more than what you can with 2. Can you still lose weight on the Turbo? Absolutely. Are you going to be able to just stand on the platform and lose weight without doing anything else on the back end? Not as likely, but I have had people contact me and let me know that that is the case. In fact, I want to share a success story here with you here in just a little bit. But anyhow, what I want to make sure you all understand is if for whatever reason you are not happy with your platform and you're having buyer's remorse and you wish you would have bought something different, you have 30 days to make the choice of trying it out and trading it back in for something else. So please, if you're on the fence, get on it. If you feel grand, okay, then continue to use it because some of you might not need the intensity of the RumbleX versus the Turbo. If you have pain, I like to recommend the RumbleX for anybody that has pain or is trying to lose weight. If you're trying to work towards osteoporosis prevention or the progression of osteoporosis, the Turbo works great for that. All you have to have is the vibration. And the vibration is the magic in the machine. But when we have 3 different types of vibration on the RumbleX, that's why the RumbleX works so much better with weight loss. If you're trying to shake free fat and you don't just shake it off. That's not how it works. You actually have to metabolize the molecules. But if those molecules are entrapped in your connective tissue here between your skin and your muscle, in your fat layers, and it can't break free to metabolize, that is what the mechanical vibration does. So I want to make sure if you are having buyer's remorse, you have 30 days. in order to send it right back in. And if you have questions, you're not quite sure which device you need, send me a message. I have answered so many questions for people who are wanting to upgrade or don't know which one to get. If you are in Indiana anywhere, I have every device here at my home. You can come by and try it out. I've had customers come in here in the last few months, and they just come in and they just stand on a couple of them, try them out, and then they go buy them. So anyhow, that's one thing that I want to put out the fire before it gets started. So I have the RumbleX over here it would be on my left, this side, and I have the turbo on this side. I have to look backwards, so I'm trying to figure it out. I'm going to turn them on here in just a second so you can really see what the difference is. But the one thing that I want you to remember, if you buy a RumbleX, you're getting the best of everything because you can isolate the same motors that work in the turbo or in the waver or in the rhythm. And if you have confusion over which RumbleX platform to get, there are several different models of the RumbleX. There's 4. If you weigh over 300 pounds, I highly recommend that you upgrade to the RumbleX Max because it has a weight capacity of 550 pounds. If you have any kind of issues in your knees or in your feet, stay away from the RumbleX 4D because it has a pretty significant curve outward. And if you already have trouble with your feet and with your knees, that is just going to make the challenges potentially worse. But if you already have a 4D and you are trying to figure out how to use it with sore knees or sore feet, there's a video that I did a while back in which you can lay a towel across the top of the platform to keep it more level surface versus the curve, so it doesn't affect your joints. However, if you are wanting the ultimate in fat blasting, the RumbleX 4D and the RumbleX Max, in my personal opinion, I don't care what the data says or what the different controls say as far as frequency and amplitude and the overall G-force. I'm telling you, when I stand on the RumbleX 4D, it is much more aggressive than the other 3. If I stand on the RumbleX Pro, it, in my opinion, is the more gentle of the 4, but it's bigger, so you can do a lot of different things with it, even if you're wanting to get into yoga. And I want to caution you, more aggressive is not always better because if it's more aggressive, it is really hard to do stuff with your hands or with your body close to the device versus just standing and breaking free everything. So I want to make sure that you know, if you are kind of torn, the RumbleX Plus and the RumbleX 4D both have very similar intensities, but the RumbleX Plus is completely flat. That's the one I brought up here today to share with all of you during the workout. If you are wanting something that's as low cost as possible and you're wanting to get the 3 motors, your 4D, and I believe the RumbleX Max was marked down quite a bit this last week. So anyhow, if you need a discount code, reach out to me. I'll be happy to share that with you. If you are not already running a promotion on those or running a special sale, you can reach out to me and I'll give you a discount code and for your time in making the effort. Okay, so just want to put out that fire because I've answered so many of those questions here lately, and I've seen a lot of frustration with people really irritated because they see weight loss on the website. All of the devices will help you with weight loss. All of them will. All of the devices will help you with osteoporosis. All of the devices will help you with pain relief. All of them will help with hormone regulation. If you have balance challenges, you're going to want to go with more of a flat surface than a curved surface. So the RumbleX 4D, I don't like to put my clients who have balance problems on the RumbleX 4D. It's too much. The RumbleX Max is got 16 programs, and it's got more gentle programs than it has hardcore heavy duty programs, but it is still the beefiest heavy duty motors of all of our devices. Okay, enough about the platforms. We're going to get into that here in just a second. I wanted to take a look here at some of these other questions. If I have carpal tunnel syndrome, can I still use this? Absolutely. I have done videos in which you can eliminate or minimize upper body, shoulder, neck pain, and it's all hand-based or it's all getting those arms out in front of you. The reason why we have so much intensity with pain in our neck and shoulders is because our shoulders are supposed to be super mobile, and a lot of us, they don't move at all. So we have to get those things moving well. That's when I like to isolate the motors of the platform in order to be able to meet that of the turbo, the waver, the hover, because the RumbleX with all 3 motors running is way too much energy on my neck and shoulders. So I don't do 3 motors at the same time when I'm doing upper body. Okay, so I just saw a post. I just upgraded to the RumbleX Plus 4D from the Hover. Just have a question. Is it normal for the machine to make some noise when you're on it? It isn't necessarily quite correct. Actually, my dear, this is from Angela. The RumbleX Plus should be quiet. So if you're having issues with it, contact customer service and let them know that it is a lot louder than you thought it was going to be. It can happen. I will turn mine on right now so you can hear it. It's really not that loud. And I'm going to turn on all motors at the same time. And I'm going to crank up the energy. All right, so I'm going to take you all for a ride. We're going to go check out the platform. So if your platform is louder than that right there, there's something going on with it. That has happened to a couple of my customers, clients that I've worked with. So if your device is louder than that, there's a malfunction. You need to make sure and send it back or contact customer service. They'll actually send you out a replacement. If you ordered it through LifePro, they'll actually send you a replacement before you have to send yours back so that you can do whatever you want with it while you can until your new one arrives. By the way, freaking fantastic customer service with LifePro. They are the best. Okay. If I have had back surgery over 3 years ago, it caused damage to the fusing in my back, I have the waiver. Okay, if you have had back surgery, you are fine. If you want to use it on a low-level setting, the secret to being able to use our devices, if you've had any kind of surgery or issues, you want to make sure that you are starting out low. So you're going to start out with low-level intensity, because if you've had back surgery and you haven't been doing a whole lot of moving, you still have toxicity that's in your connective floor. And that's in your connective tissue. I'm reading a comment coming up. That's in your connective tissue. And whenever we have a surgery, whenever we have somebody cutting into the tissue, there's a tremendous amount of scarring and scar tissue that develops. The platforms are really good at breaking that up. So if you can, if you want to, you start on a low level so that you are able to get comfortable with it first, then you can move your way up, but it will help break up scar tissue at the deepest level that even my hands can't get to, or with the massage guns. The massage guns are able to do quite a bit as far as localized scar tissue, but you can develop scar tissue everywhere. So don't be afraid to get on your device if you've had back surgery. Okay, and so I used mine on a wood floor. It made noise with the hover as well, and I was curious if that was the case. Okay, so let me show you something. We're gonna go for another little ride, and what I'm gonna do, this is all in the moment, okay? Because I'm on carpet, and we're going for a ride, and I'm on hard floor too. So hang on 1 second, and I'm gonna bring this over. The secret with it being quiet on a hard floor is the mat underneath. Okay, you can see the mat. Okay, now, I just happen to have these up here handy. It comes with a mat with it, okay? But that mat still, it's not a non-slip mat. This is a non-slip mat, okay? Non-slip. Okay, and it'll say, this is another non-slip mat. I got these at TJ Maxx for like 20 bucks. They're the really big yoga mats, and then I cut them down to size. So if you're seeing my unit, I actually cut this one using the pattern of the one that came with it, okay? So this is my non-slip mat, and it does not slip when it's on the floor, okay? So let's do this again. Hold up here. There you go. So still, Super quiet. Going for a walk here. Still super quiet. But it does make a difference if you have a non-slip mat versus a regular mat, or if it's on the wood direct. So you might have to get yourself an extra mat to work with, but in the grand scheme of things, you're talking $20. Now, if you are using your device on an upper level, right now I'm upstairs. If I were sitting downstairs directly underneath of it, it would sound like an earthquake, like destroying my house apart. So what you can do is you can take that same non-slip mat or the one that came with it, which is a dampener mat, and you can layer them. You can put it too thick. And I did this, I made a video on this like 2 weeks ago, and then I go downstairs and then you don't hear that transition. So if you have a landlord or somebody who's letting you know that your device is causing an earthquake in the apartment complex or in your home, then you can adjust through the vibration of the floor. Okay, looking through here. Okay, so I don't like to be on the hard floor because it hurts my body. I have a case of fibromyalgia, so I try and stay as soft as possible. You'll have to forgive my living arrangement here. I've got stuff everywhere, so you're getting the amber and the raw in the grand scheme of things. Hang on, coming back around. This bad boy weighs like 40 pounds, so okay, there we go. All right. What are some easy exercises for seniors? Okay, I did see a post earlier. Please extend the 21-day challenge. I have a little insight for you. The 21-day challenge really isn't going away. We are just rewarding the winner of our little contest who's been keeping track on the app. But those 21 days of videos will stay on YouTube. So if you are really loving the 21-day challenge and you want to do it again and again and again, then do it again, because anybody who's buying a new unit, so Rebecca, for seniors, if you want to go back and start the 21-day challenge, I will have Cassie and our crew, my awesome team at LifePro, I will have them post a link. We have an actual playlist on YouTube for 21-day challenge, and we will repost that so you can start back from the very beginning. And those are going to be a lot of the easy exercises that you can do for seniors. If you have access to Facebook, I have also done 3 videos on Facebook specifically for seniors. Two of them are kickboxing, from a seated position, from a high stool position, and from a standing position. And a lot of it is balance oriented, but considering that a lot of us, as we age, don't have really good balance, I have put into place some safety thoughts so that you can work with balance and work with your limitations and do it safely, knowing that you're going to have some of those challenges. But I have another little insight. We all have trouble with balance. So if we don't do balance exercises on a routine basis, our body naturally, we lose the ability to balance the same. Our body doesn't stay grounded the same way. When you get injured, whether it's an ankle injury, whether it's plantar fasciitis, whether it's a shoulder injury, it doesn't matter what part of your body is injured. If you get injured, the first thing you're going to lose is balance all the way around, because it changes your center of gravity. And balance is actually stored up here in your head and neck and in the inner ear. So if you have an injury anywhere throughout the body, balance is the first thing that you lose, and it's always the first thing that I start back into training. So go back to the very first day of the 21-day challenge, and if you're going to feel more accountable by taking a photo of each day and posting it to the Facebook group and just saying, hey, I love Amber's day 5, the 21-day challenge. This is proof that I did it today. If you need that so that you have accountability and we can cheerlead you on, we don't have to have an event in order for that to happen. Just take a photo of your device or whatever exercise you're doing and say, hey, this is Amber's day 15 of the 21-day challenge. I'm eating it up, loving it. Hello, body, right? So take a photo of that, post it up there so we can comment on it and cheerlead you around and celebrate you. Because if we celebrate each other, greatness happens. It's just really cool. It's easier to work as a team than it is to work by ourselves. Okay, Elaine, is it normal to feel sick after a 12-minute session on intensity number 40 on my Waiver LifePro vibration plate? Only been using it for 1 week at 4 times per week. Will the nausea pass after using it? I'm 55. Okay, So Elaine, if you can give me an idea of what, so you said intensity number 4, my bad. Yes, if you didn't start on a low level, so if we didn't do entry level, if we didn't start low level, like in the lower part of the speed, like say speed 1 to 10, if we didn't start out with super low speed or super low level preset program, it can cause some stirring up of the GI tract, which is, I don't know how many of you realize, but our gut has a whole series of microbes that kind of actually can override and dictate what our brain wants us to eat or wants us to do, wants us to feel. We have a lot of toxicity in our body that is here in our belly. So when you're shaking some of that up in a good way, using the vibration platform, as you're absorbing that vibration, that energy, it is rattling loose all the crap that has been literally crap, that has been trying to move through your body, and it can't because of how compressed and impacted our connective tissue can become, and how we don't we just absorb a lot of that stuff, not over days, weeks, but decades. So it is normal to feel a little nauseous, or to feel a little bleh, or to feel headache, or a little itchy, scratchy. Okay. All of those are signs of what we call detox or lymphatic cleansing. And when you are cleansing the lymphatic system, when we are pushing stuff through our body, you have to remember, on these devices, it is causing 90% of your muscle fibers to contract and relax like 12 to 50 times per second, depending on the intensity of the unit and depending on how compacted you are, like how stressed your body is. The more stressed your body is, the more you're going to feel after you do a high level of intensity. And remember, if you have, if you're trying to lose fat, trying to lose weight, and if you are struggling with that, and you haven't gone through a metabolic transformation where your hormones and your fat and your like circulation and lymphatic system are, if they're not in synchrony with each other, then it is really hard to lose fat, because your body uses it as a form of survival. So your body won't let go of fat first. It'll let go of toxicity, and then it will start depleting through your muscles. So you have to make sure to ease into it. And if you notice that you're using the bathroom more often, if you notice that you are itching, or that your skin is breaking, if you're getting acne, or your skin is breaking out, you're getting pimples, little mild rash, that is how your body is detoxing itself. That is our body. So our skin is like one of our body's biggest detox organs. It's an incredible machine how our body works. And so when we provide it the stimulus to get better, it has to go through crap in order to be able to get better. It's not just going to get better. Like, I have people that text me this all the time. Amber, I've been using my device for 2 weeks and the waistline is not moving and the number on the scale is not moving. And I'm thinking, okay, but how long did it take us to pack that weight on? Like, it took me 20 years to put my body through absolute turmoil before it would even think about going backwards. So when I started using my platform, it was probably 2 months before the scale actually tipped in my direction. And in fact, I actually gained a little bit of weight at the beginning, because your body is releasing all that junk, all of that fluid that you need to eliminate. So be patient with the process. Consistency is the secret. And I'm not on my device every single day. I try to get on it as often as I can, not to work out, but just to stand on it for stress relief and for just calming and for energizing, So if you need to energize on it, I get on it first thing in the morning and now we're ready to rock, because it like gets the juices going. And then I get on it in the middle of the day when I'm like dragging and I don't want to take caffeine. Then, okay, let's go get on the RumbleX, it gives me energy. But at the end of the day, when I've worked a 10 or 12-hour day and I'm like, oh, I'm so wiped out, but like, my body is tired. My body hurts a little bit. And I haven't had a chance to just stop and think. I get on my device. I'll stand on it, sit on it, lay my legs across it. And some of you have to be careful doing that right before bedtime. But for me, it really calms my nerves down so I can sleep through the whole night, which is really important for growth hormone release. Okay, so I think I answered some of that stuff. But when it comes to trying to lose weight, lose fat, chisel down, get nice and toned and lean, it is consistency and it is patience. If you go back and look at the videos that I started doing for Life Pro, I have an entire video documentary of my whole weight loss, all 46 pounds. Stepped on the scale today. Here's how bad I am at times. So yesterday, I ate 2 donuts, 2 homemade yeast donuts from like one of my favorite donut shops. Yes, I do eat crap. And I drank a diet soda. Not good for you, right? But occasionally, like once or twice a week, I'll have one because I'm just craving it. And I'll drink like the top third off the top, and then I just move on with it. But anyhow, I ate like crap yesterday and stepped on the scale today at 154. And again, I'm still in that happy range of where I'm feeling good. But it took me, like I started doing this with regular workouts and intensity about 9 months ago. Now I was playing around with, I've had my device for over 2 years. The RumbleX 4D was my 3rd device. I have the Rhythm, and I had the Hovert was my 1st device. And I was on those, for a couple of months before my body would actually think about trying to tone out. And then a year ago, this month, I was 189 pounds and pushing a size 14, not happy with myself at all. But being on the platform consistently, and then we dealt with the pandemic because it's been like a couple weeks from now, everything would have shut down. Some of you are still shut down. And so it gave me an opportunity to get familiar and get comfortable and create consistency. So it's not unusual for me to be on my platform every day, just standing or just sitting, totally chilling out. But an actual workout, I might only work out on it like 4 days a week at the most. But if you go back on Facebook, every video that I've ever done for Life Pro or for my personal brand, every single video has been done live on Facebook, and every single video has been stored. So you can go back to the Facebook group, Life Pro, the VIP group, or you can go back to the Facebook page. And a lot of my videos are on YouTube. A lot of the workouts that I've done for Life Pro are on YouTube. You can go back there and you can watch the entire transformation of me going from a size 14 all the way to a size 6'8" where I'm at now. And I didn't do a special diet. I just ate less. I ate about half of what I used to eat just because my life got really busy. And I was really good about being consistent and doing the exercises, but not stressing myself out, because stress is what causes us to gain weight. So I hope that answers the question when it comes to going through the lymphatic transformation. The one thing I love about the platforms is it works on a cellular level. So what does that mean? In order for us to be able to access relief with autoimmune disease, or relief with weight loss, or trying to deal with stress, our entire body, every single cell in our body has a nucleus and a mitochondria, and every single cell in our body is responsible for how we actually feel. And so if we can access the cellular health and work on the nucleus and the mitochondria, which is where our DNA is stored, if we can work on improving all of that for our entire body, that's a win. But it takes a lot of transformation, a lot of time to transition our body and cleansing ourselves on a cellular level. And the platforms do that. It doesn't matter which one you have. Every single one of our platforms will do that using the lymphatic system and increasing metabolism. Okay, so if you are, so Lori, anything you can do for constipation? Lots of water. So drink water. If you're not already taking a magnesium supplement, you can look into taking a magnesium supplement, because it's another really powerful electrolyte, but magnesium is a natural laxative as well. I do a form of aloe, and, because I run into that as well, especially having a total hysterectomy. Ladies, if you've not had a total hysterectomy, it slows the pipes down. Because the whole rearrangement of your organs, not sitting on top of your uterus, not sitting on top of your pelvic fascia the same way, it all changes. So if you are running into constipation, you can try taking a natural laxative or a natural stool softener, but the platforms will help with eliminating the junk from the trunk as long as you are hydrating. If you're not hydrating, you're not helping yourself. So make sure that you're drinking plenty of fluids. Half of your body weight in ounces is what is ideal for water consumption. So if you are 200 pounds, 100 ounces a day in the form of pure water is ideal. And I like to tell my clients for every soda that you drink or every crap beverage that you put in your body, you need to drink 2 waters on top of that in order to cleanse out that stuff. Same thing with alcohol, with wine. If you are consuming that kind of stuff, you really need to flush with a bottle of water in order to equalize that somehow. Okay, let's see here. I think those are a lot of the questions. How much time on the waiver? How much is too much time? So Tricia Edwards from Facebook. I do 3 15-minute sessions. Is that too much? No, it's not too much. In fact, it all comes down to, I know you guys have asked questions with the forum on Facebook, or you've reached out to customer service, or you've had your coaching call. They're all going to tell you 30 minutes is the max because that's the liability side of things, okay? I'm going to tell you, get on it and see how you feel. If you feel grand doing 60 minutes a day, split up, then we, I'm sorry, I had a message that clicked across. Okay, Joel was just checking in. So sorry to get off target. Anyhow, when you are this is a very individual thing, okay? All of our bodies are put together with the same parts, but we are all assembled a lot different because of our connective tissue. The connective tissue is magically transforming, remodeling when you're on the device. That is different for everybody. Some individuals, they can only handle 30 minutes a day. Some individuals can only handle 15 minutes a day. Some of you may be doing 3 hours a day. I've had some clients call me and they're like, I'm doing this, and this. Is that too much? I'm like, okay, that is a lot. They're like getting in 3 hours a day. However, if you remember that the idea is to keep your body from developing too much stress. So if you're doing 3 1-hour workouts throughout the day, that's a little intense, but it depends on what your goals are. If your goals are to lose weight, the more you stand on your machine is not going to equal weight loss because it's creating a stress reaction with more cortisol hormones, with more norepinephrine hormones. And when those stress hormones kick in, fat production shuts down totally. So if you are thinking more is better as far as calories out versus calories in, don't follow the calorie tracker on the device. You can use it for consistency, but it is not 100% accurate. So, you want to, you want to balance it out. If you start feeling sore, if you start feeling nauseous, if you start breaking out, you need to slow it back, dial it down a little bit so that your body can catch up with de-stressing and then progress forward after your body starts to adjust. It is different for everybody. We say 30 minutes a day because that is kind of that magical liability area that everybody is safe with. That's that safe window of time. And that 30 minutes can be split up throughout the day. For instance, for me, I might get on my device a total of 2 hours a day, but I'm not working out the whole 2 hours. I might sit on it a little bit. I might stand on it a little bit. I might hold a plank. I might do some abs. I might work with a client and demonstrating them with how to use it. So it's going to be different for everybody. But I will tell you, the first week that I got my very first device, the Hovert, the first week that I got that device, I was so nauseous and I felt like I got hit by a truck for like several days because I have fibromyalgia and I had never shaken my body up like that before, literally shaking the crap out of my system. And when you have fibro, it tends to compartmentalize a little bit more in your connective tissue than if you don't, okay? So when I stood on my device the first time for the 10 minutes and I repeated it twice, for like 2 or 3 days, I was just like, oh, like just super, super sore, super inflamed. And so I had to dial it back. And then now I can do all kinds of stuff, so it's going to be different for everybody. When it comes to how many times a week is ideal for losing weight, again, that's going to be a consistency. So if you can get on it once a day, twice a day, every day, it's about lowering stress in the system, which the platform does. And it's about increasing metabolism, which the system does. But when it comes to getting lean muscle mass, okay, where you're getting the guns, and you're getting the buns, when you get all the buns, guns, and steel, you don't have to lift heavy to do that. It's causing 90% of your muscle fibers to contract and relax so much that you create hypertrophy over time. And then if you add resistance with that, so the booty band, dumbbells, resistance bands, the mini loop bands that come with it, if you are combining that stuff and you're staying moving and keeping stress under control, your body is going to accelerate those results. So that's why I always say the RumbleX is more accelerated at fat loss, because we're working with 3 motors to shift everything up, whereas the other devices have maybe 1 or 2 motors, and you're only getting different planes of the connective tissue with 1 or 2 motors. The RumbleX is as good as it gets, but not everybody can afford the RumbleX. So if you're not sure how well you're going to do with one versus the other, start easy. If you want to start with the Turbo or the Hubbard or the Rhythm or the Waver is the #1 selling platform, believe it or not. The Waver is the top selling platform with LifePro in 2020. I did not know that until I was on a podcast with Joel last week. We were a guest on Live Healthy Today with Lisa. And so that was one of the questions. I had no idea. I would have thought it was a different one. I would have thought it would have been a Turbo or one of the RumbleX, but it was the Waver. So, and it all comes down to economics. So if you are wanting to try one to get it going, you can use, I had a client that came in this last week. He loved the RumbleX, but the RumbleX was going to be way too intense for his upper body. So he got the RumbleX for his lower body. He's over 300 pounds. And he got the Waver to use on a countertop for his upper body, because he just can't get down on his hands and knees to do lower body. So that, hopefully that answers that question. I want to share a testimonial real quick, and then we're going to get going on this workout, because I gotta get the energy going, okay? I want to share a testimonial. I had a gentleman yesterday, Edward. He contacted me. I answered the call because I thought it was a product company that I've been waiting for to talk to on shipping for some stuff I'm bringing into my personal gym. And it was a customer, which I was super excited to talk with him. He is 70 years old, retired military veteran, disabled, has had 12 surgeries, low back surgery, hips are killing him, and he has been using a cane or a walker, and he's alone. So he reached out to me specifically for the question of asking where I got my bar stool, or the high stool that I use in all of my 21-day challenge videos, because he wanted the exact same stool. And the answer to that question is IKEA. I got it from IKEA. So I can post a link to that stool on Facebook, or I can send it to Cassie. And matter of fact, I'm going to do that here right quick so she can send it, because I know you're all going to want that stool. It's only $75 if you get it through IKEA. And I'm not promoting them. I don't make any money off of them. It's just me sharing information. So give me 1 second here. Yep, there it is. Okay, so Cassie, I'm sending this to you, and you can post the link for everybody else, because I've had several people ask me where I get that stool from, and it's a very sturdy stool. So there's the bar stool. I sent it to Cassie. She's going to upload it to you all. So if you want the IKEA stool, it's like the perfect height, and it's easy, and it's cheap. Okay, and it also comes with a cushion. The cushion comes separate, so you're going to have to get the cushion separate. And real quick, I know you're all excited about hearing about my cushions and my stools. But I've been where a lot of you are, where you just want to have the same thing because it's in your comfort zone. So I'm making that possible right here. So Cassie, I'm sending you the bar stool cover. Comes in an assortment of colors. It's like $20. So, okay. So there we go. Thank you so much for posting that. All right. Anyways, going back to Edward. God love him. He's had, again, 12 surgeries, several in his back and in his spine, and has been in a lot of pain, and his doctors gave up on him and said, this is as good as we're going to take you. He got the RumbleX after watching one of my videos, and he's got a cane and he's got a walker. So he has created his safe space where he can get on a device and use things around him for support. And he's got a cane extender. He was telling me about this yesterday. He's got a cane extender where he actually holds onto his canes so that his body can wiggle. And you guys, he is like so much more pain-free than what he was before, when the doctors told him there was no opportunity for him. So he wanted to know, he contacted me to find out about that bar stool, and he wanted to know about the squishy ball and about the booty band, so that he could, have exactly what I use in my videos. So, so Cassie, I'm going to go ahead and send that to you, because I know people are going to pop a question, and I already have all these things saved. So when people ask me this, I've got it. So these are Amber's favorite fitness tools. If you don't already have them, I make nothing off of these. These people don't even know that I'm suggesting their stuff. So there you have it. I like the best. I don't like to mess around, and I don't like to have to replace stuff. So that's why I'm with LifePro, because they're the best. So there's my favorite fitness tools. Cassie, if you want to share that, please feel free to do so. And so anyways, Edward just contacted me to tell me thank you and to tell me his story, and that he is able to use our device to walk now. And so he's walking and he's feeling good, and it makes me so happy. It was just like, oh my gosh, like the world stopped for a second and my heart got full. And I almost thought I was having like a huge surge of palpitations because my heart was beating so fast, almost anxiety, like a panic attack in some ways. But it was so good. I was like, I cannot believe that we have changed this man. We have given this man hope, and we have made him feel ultra special, because it's not the end of his time. He still has a purpose here. He's still able to do something. And now he's not confined to a walker at home because of back pain. And so hopefully one of these days, Edward's going to make his way over for me to work on him, because I do a lot of scar tissue removal with my hands and with some different, I do a form of acupuncture and cupping. And of course I use the massage guns, but I use, for those of you who are health practitioners or doctors, chiropractors, I actually use my platform as an assessment tool, if you can imagine that. I get my individuals on it and see how their bodies are moving. And a lot of people who have low back pain or have shoulder issues, their shoulders don't vibrate at all. Like, I don't see their hair, their head, their shoulders, nothing. Nothing moves above the thoracic area, above the diaphragm. So rib cage and below, everything's wiggle, jiggle, 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 jiggle. Everything above, bleh, stuck. Like it's like concrete. It's like, ugh. Like I have to walk up and just like give a little pat and say, ugh, is it moving? No, it's stuck. So I am the queen of unsticking things, and I have my own system in which I do that. But anyhow, Edward, I'm so excited for him. He is 70 and he's loving life, and he's not depressed about his life. Served in the military as a veteran for so many years, and a lot of his surgeries, his back surgeries and his disability, are from just everything that has gone through. So for us to change him and to use the 21-day challenge to give him opportunities and to give him an idea of how to use our program is just magic. It is awesome. It makes me so happy, and it makes my heart full. So if you have stories out there, give us some feedback. Make us a video, post it on Facebook, email it to support@LifeProFitness. Tell us your stories. Tell us what was your before, what was your after. For me, that's how I met Joel. He's the CEO of LifePro. I had a hysterectomy. My body, I had done everything. I had gone to the chiropractor. I'd gone to the physical therapist. I've gone to my surgeon, and they, Amber, you're just too far ahead of it. You just need to be patient with the process. I felt terrible. Like things were not working, and I knew it because I know my body really well. So I reached out to LifePro. Joel called me back personally. He does that to a lot of you. And next thing I knew, like within a week later, I had the Hovert, and 2 weeks later, I was cured. 2 weeks later, just standing on it. My pelvic floor started to fire and activate again. And I have videos on pelvic floor activation on YouTube and Facebook. So if you are having trouble with pelvic floor, whether you are male or female, it is that hammock of muscles that supports your organs and your bladder and your womanhood and your manhood, everything. And if your pelvic floor is not working, nothing works very well. So that's how I got started. So share your success stories with us, because that's what our mission is to help so many of you who are in pain, help so many of you who are not where you want to be in life, and to give you the tools, the resources, the coaching, the inspiration, and the energy to be the best version that you can be today and every day. Today is going to be different from tomorrow. So you just take what energy you got in the tank and you run with it. But you just don't want your tank to get below that quarter full, because if you're like me and you're running on a quarter full and the gas light comes on and says you need to refill soon before you run out of fumes, that's when autoimmune kicks in. So make sure that you're keeping your fuel tank at least half full, and use the devices to do that. Okay, I've rambled on, and I want to say thank you to all of you for listening to me ramble on. And I know I need a workout, and I need you all need a workout. Get a workout going. I'm going to plan on, I wanted to show the difference. I wanted to show you the turbo and the RumbleX. And so the turbo is the one to my right on that side of the room. So I'm going to turn these on. So for those of you who are not sure, if you don't have a platform and you want a platform, I'm going to turn these both on at max throttle for their individual motor, for their different motors. And I want you to see what they do. Okay, and I'm going to turn, I'm in manual mode here. Working one motor here. 99 speeds. And then I'm going to turn the RumbleX on. I'm going to bring my video over and you're going to be able to see the difference. And, okay. All right. Here we go. That, my friends, is the difference. All right, so we have on my right, on that side over there, that is the turbo. And the one on this side of the room is the RumbleX. So I'm going to stand on both so that you can see what my body does on both, and you can compare both. Hopefully you can see that okay. Okay. I can tell you that my flubber flops a lot more on this one. All three motors running. High speed is 60. We are going hard. Okay. And I'm going to go into push-up position, which is going to be a lot. Woo! Crazy. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay. A lot going on there. Okay. This is on the turbo. Okay. So there's the turbo, high speed 99. And here's the turbo from a plank position. All right. Now, you're only missing one motor on the turbo. So if you are wanting one that's going to do really good with fat, they both do really good with fat. One's cheaper than the other. The RumbleX has one extra motor. That's the difference. Okay. All right. Because I love the RumbleX, I'm going to do my workout on RumbleX P2. Those of you that have to head out, I get it. Thank you so much for watching today. Those of you that want to stick around and do 10 minutes of a workout with me, I'm going to do that right now. So let me get my things over here. We are ready to launch. So I'm going to move this device over. And no music for today. We're just gonna start out easy, and I'm gonna kind of take you through some of those 21-day challenge exercises. I do not have my stool up here, so you're just gonna have to work with me. Let me grab a drink. We are ready. All right, those of you who are heading out, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And those of you who are ready to jam, you know me, I'm the P2 girl. I love P2. If you have the Waver, the Turbo, the Hovert, and you want super high threshold energy, choose a P program at the very end. So if you've got P10 program, you've got P8 program, high, go high. If you're just getting started and you have balance challenges, go low, okay? So this is gonna be different for everybody. You just work with whatever's comfortable for you. If you find that it's too much for you, then back it up and let's try and do a little less. I'm just gonna start turning on my machine. And let's just get comfortable here, okay? So we're lifting our Piggly Wigglies on the ground. So lifting and pressing, lifting, and pressing. Just getting our feet moving. That's really important that we start moving from our feet. Okay, if we don't move from our feet, then we don't work the same. So just lifting those toes back and forth. We're 30 seconds in. Okay, now I want you to take your hands and slide your hands down to your knees until you feel your knees. Okay, we're just going to hold this for a second. Now, the closer your feet are to the center, the less there we go. Okay. Now, from here, let's get the booty band on. So grab your booty band. Yep, machine is still running, so we gotta be quick. Grab that booty band, getting on. We got 5 minutes left. That's how fast it goes. Okay, and from here, we'll go hands and knees. All I want you to do is open and close that band. Just open and close. In and out. In and out, in and out. Maybe you want to get a little jam going. If you got music playing in the background. Yep. Outer thighs are on fire. Okay, we are burning. Yowzers. Let's do 10 more of these, 10 more seconds. So there's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them open. Hold them open. And rise. Give them a little pat. Okay, let's bring that band up just an inch. Only an inch, that's all it takes. Okay, we're gonna take those feet a little wider, really open that band and slide down. And if you wanna stretch out your low back at the same time, roll that back upward, okay? If you like the feeling in your butt and you wanna keep your head chest high versus rolling up, that's fine too. Again, make sure you're driving that big toe down. Drive that big toe down. Woo, there it is. Yowzers. Oh. Yep, give them a little pat. Let them know they're doing a good job. Holding. And rise out of that. Okay, next exercise. Keep that head and chest high. Think about sticking your butt to the wall behind you and reach for your feet. Okay, you don't have to touch your feet. You just have to get there. Okay, stand back tall. Really opening those legs up, head, chest high, booty back. Let your arms relax. Get as far as you can go. If you have sciatica, this is an excellent exercise right here for sciatica. Excellent for sciatica. Roll it back up. Let's go heels in, toes out. Okay, so toes are facing away from you. Head, chest high. Booty to the wall. Try and touch that wall with your booty. Ooh, there's some sensitive areas for a lot of you. Really driving that big toe. Roll it on up. Toe comes in, heels come out, head, chest high. Reach on down. Head and chest stays up so that we're not bending at the waist. We're keeping those muscles on the backside fully engaged. going to totally face plant. Are we better? Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Can we hear me now? Thumbs up if you can hear me now. Interesting. Can we hear me now? Okay, awesome. Okay, so let me show you one other thing I'm going to try, and I have to go into manual mode to do this. Sorry, it looks like for whatever reason, I think the studio did like a screensaver that went out because I had to turn my screen back on, even though you could still see me. That's interesting. We'll have to figure that out. All right, those of you who love yoga, I've never tried this. I'm going to do something really crazy, and I'm going to turn on the motors, so it's just very slight. There we go. Super low speed. This is speed level 1. All right. Again, this is going to be kind of crazy. See if I can try this. All right. So we're here. Yep. I'm probably going to face plant. So if I do, you get to see it off. Oh, there we go. We are actually going to be able to do this. Kind of crazy. Exploring. It's all about finding that perfect area of balance. Okay, let me try my other side of my mat. That one feels a little sweaty. One more time. Y'all get to see me bust my face if I don't do it. There it is. Woo! I'll have to practice that. Definitely have to practice that. Yes, that was the crow. I love it. Whew, heart rate is up. All right, guys. We've been on for about an hour and almost an hour and a half. So thank you all so much for joining in today with myself, Amber Kivett, and Life Pro. We are in this together as a team. Thank you all so much for doing that workout with me. And keep in tune on Facebook as we are coming up with more events. If you miss our workouts, they'll be posted to YouTube and Facebook and little parts of Instagram all together. So we appreciate your patience today and the fact that we changed our plan at the last minute. We love hearing from you, so please share with us your stories and your success. Send us your pictures of the 21-day challenge. Next week is the end of the challenge. So next week we will announce a winner, and want to make sure if you are just now starting the 21-day challenge, or maybe you just now bought a platform or you haven't bought one yet and you want to, you will have access to that 21-day challenge going forward forever. So you just join and do 21 days in a row or however often you pace it out. But we start very easy so that you can learn some new things to do with your device. You will not find that exercise on there. I just totally pulled that one out of my hat. But thank you all so much. We appreciate you all. God bless you all. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye.